Here's some tips on your homework for this week. Tip number 1, how do you change your line? Well, you select it and then you click on the stroke options for it. See stroke right here? Your dialog might look different than mine depending on what version of InDesign you're in, but just go to Window and Stroke if that's the case. But this is how I get there, through the Properties panel. I can change the thickness of the line, as you can see. I can also change the start and end style, just like that, if you want to work with a style. So that's one of the things that students wouldn't know. When I first made this, my expectation was students would just make a copy and paste of this and just reuse it. I held down the Alt key there to make a copy, or Control C, Control V, or the Edit menu and copy, and Edit menu and paste if you're crazy and don't feel like doing keystrokes. But that's how you do that. One suggestion I have for identifying these different parts of the letter is to simply just, again, copy and paste this graphic that I gave you in the materials folder, or another one. The terms are pretty consistent across the board, and you can just use this as a reminder of how to identify things. I mean, you can also open your book, of course, but this is just a kind of a quick way to identify the parts of the letter that you're going to identify. Another thing I wanted to mention about this particular assignment is the fact that on this page, what you're supposed to do, and sometimes students mess this up or even forget this page, is to pick out a style font. I'm going to pick something out here. You can't see everything. There's a few things off screen, but I'll pick something out. Kind of fun. Let's say, all right, I'll make a decision. So here we go. Excellent. And this is definitely a decorative typeface, right? And I want to say something about this. I'm always leaving comments like this for students. Please don't just say decorative, unless it's really decorative. I mean, if it's a font made out of cats or something, go right ahead, say decorative. But if it's a font like this one, which if you take a look at it, does it have any serifs on it? No, so it's kind of close to a sans serif. I just call this a decorative sans serif. If you wanted to kiss up the class or the teacher, you could say something like a bold decorative sans serif. But the more descriptive, the better. And the name is just the name of the font, which in this case is Mexcellent, which is a really weird name. There you have it. Some tips for this week. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I hope that helps. Thanks.